Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're plunging into a truly unique and, frankly, unsettling source, excerpts from Chuck Palahniuk's novel, Haunted.
Right. And this isn't just a book of stories, is it? It's really a story about stories, a kind of meta-narrative exploring truth, reality, human suffering.
Especially through characters who are just desperate for attention.
Exactly. That line between reality and fiction, it just completely devolves.
So our mission for this deep dive is to unpack this layered narrative. You want to understand the, well, bizarre motivations of these characters.
And explore how they intentionally, deliberately craft their own horrifying reality.
All for the sake of a marketable story.
Yeah. Get ready for some surprising and thought-provoking insights into the human condition, definitely seen through the lens of extreme self-dramatization.
It's quite a ride.
Okay, let's unpack this with the initial setup. The whole thing kicks off with an advertisement for what's pitched as a writer's retreat.
It does. The ad promises a chance to, quote, abandon your life for 3 months, escape obligations, create a masterpiece, a shortcut to being a professional novelist, poet, screenwriter.
Right. The dream ticket.
Sounds idyllic, right? Almost maybe too good to be true.
And, well, of course it is. The novel shows pretty quickly this wasn't a retreat at all. It's actually a sinister experiment run by this character, Mr. Whittier.
Okay.
His real intention was to take people he saw as slaves, helpless folks, and turn them into masters who create their own lives.
Wow.
By forcing them into these really extreme circumstances. The text is blunt about it. They became his victims once it was too late.
Wow. And the participants themselves.
Yeah.
They're quite a collection, aren't they? A real gallery of grotesques.
Oh, definitely.
Each adopting these ironic, self-assigned nicknames that just scream their personas and hint at the stories they're already building.
Absolutely. Like Comrade Snarky, who gets on the bus saying, "Anne Frank had life pretty good compared to book tours."
Well,
Or Lady Bagletty walking in holding a knife she pulled from a chair, described as a monument to sitting still. It's immediately performative.
and you've got Agent Tattletale, right? Filming everything
Right.
instantly.
Filming everything, passing out business cards as a PI, and the Earl of Slander, scribbling notes, tape recorder running constantly.
So these nicknames, they aren't just quirks.
Not at all. They signal this deliberate crafting of identity, of narrative, even before the real horror starts. You even see it with Mrs. Clark, the facilitator.
The one with the memorable contact number.
That's her. The out there breasts, the silicone pout, and yeah, the 1-800-FVK off F number. It's clear from minute one, everyone is playing a part.
and their new home for this twisted experiment. Doesn't sound much better.
No, it's this dark, steel-doored concrete building, a kind of desert island.
And they thought it was too safe.
Yeah, ironically, they thought it was too safe, which led them to bring nothing that could save us. Classic horror setup, really.
But the inside is weird, right? Not just grim.
Totally bizarre. It's this surreal mix of themed rooms, like a blue velvet French Louis the X5 lobby, black mohair Egyptian auditorium, green satin Italian Renaissance lounge,
Yellow leather Gothic smoking room, purple Arabian Nights gallery.
orange Mayan foyer, red imperial Chinese promenade, all with gold accents. It's completely artificial, like a stage set.
A stage set for horror. Okay, so they're trapped. The novel takes a really dark turn here.
Yeah.
What's the first thing these characters do? How does it tie into this drive for a marketable story?
Right. Well, crucially, they don't just react to being trapped. They immediately start to create their own incestuous orgy of people and animals, even invent ghosts.
They invent them.
Actively invent them. These dramatic scenarios, not just to cope, but specifically to make their story more compelling, more worth selling. They see themselves as like astronauts, explorers, awake while they slept.
So suffering isn't just an experience for them.
No, it's a product. Right from the start, it's a product in the making.
It's astonishing how calculated they are. They consciously decide to, quote, warp the truth, blow it up, stretch it out, for effect. Can you give an example of how they actually orchestrate disaster for profit?
Oh, yeah. They're constantly planning for the movie book t-shirt story. I mean, they literally discuss authenticity for the cameras.
Like what?
Like deciding Miss Sneezy's death would be a perfect third act climax.
Yeah.
Or naming Miss America's baby Miss Sneezy as a symbol of, life going on renewed.
Wow.
And Agent Tattletale's camera, the Earl of Slander's recorder, those become video support and voiceover tools. Countess Forsyte even breaks plastic fork tines and door locks.
Why? To stop rescue.
Exactly, to prevent rescue, to make sure this will all look like Mr. Whittier's doing. It's this horrifying collaborative delusion, all in pursuit of a story.
It gets even more extreme, though. The self-mutilation for market value. Sister Vigilante pulling off her fingernails with a knife.
Yeah, and saying it doesn't hurt when you think how much money the scars are worth.
What is the novel saying there? About trauma?
It's just this grotesque commentary on how we commodify suffering, isn't it? Director Denial and Sister Vigilante hack off fingers and toes. Lady Baglety slices off her ear.
Also, they can blame Whittier later.
Precisely.
Okay.
So they can claim he tortured them for not producing art. In their fabricated narrative, Whittier even slit Mother Nature's nose to punish her and Saint Gutfrey for falling in love.
And the engagement ring.
Yeah, Saint Gutfrey gives Mother Nature a diamond ring hacked off Lady Baglety's hand. Every single act of violence, real or imagined, just adds value to their story. It's grist for the mill.
That's incredibly disturbing. Do you think the novel suggests any moral boundaries these characters won't cross? Or is it just anything goes for the story?
It really pushes it to the absolute limit. I mean, Miss America, pregnant, suggests the matchmaker feed me his penis because she's the one not eating for two.
Yeah.
And then, the truly shocking scene after Comrade Snarky's death, Chef Assassin cuts off her fried butt and other meat.
And serves it.
Serves it to the starving group, who call it quite delicious. They eat it. It's the ultimate act of consumption for survival, yes, but also for the story itself.
And it doesn't stop there.
No. Later, the missing link swallows the matchmaker's severed penis, describing it as a real-life dress rehearsal for a movie star someday choking to death on another star's cut-off dick.
Framed as an award-winning scene.
Framed as an Academy Award-winning scene, the boundaries aren't just crossed, they're completely obliterated, all in service of this compelling, horrifying narrative.
The willingness to self-mutilate for a story is deeply unsettling.
Yeah.
But where does this extreme mindset come from? Turns out Mr. Whittier, the orchestrator, has his own disturbing philosophy about suffering.
He does. He believes suffering is basically the point of life.
The point?
Yeah, he sees Earth as a processing plant, like that rock polisher idea, grinding ugly rocks into gemstones.
So pain refines us.
That's his view. Conflict and pain is just the abrasive that rubs us, polishes our souls, refines us. And here's the really provocative part. He suggests if you just accept that, you'll never again suffer.
Instead, you'd
run toward torture and actually enjoy pain. It's this complete inversion of how we normally think about pain and purpose. Embrace it, and you're invincible.
This philosophy itself sounds like a character. And speaking of unsettling things, tell us about the Nightmare Box. What makes it so potent?
The Nightmare Box. It's this antique box, brass handles, a peephole, but you have to look with your left eye.
Why the left eye?
The idea in the story is that it engages the right brain, the intuitive, emotional side, and its revelation is terrifying. What we call life isn't, meaning our world is a dream, infinitely fake, a nightmare. Those who look inside are basically shattered.
How so?
Well, Cassandra cuts off her eyelashes and just disappears. A grandson becomes covered in cockroaches. An antique dealer totally transforms his shop. The impact is immediate and destructive. Even Mrs. Clark, who's fascinated by it, is too scared to look herself. She knows its power.
Okay, so they're crafting their story, confronting reality itself with the Nightmare Box. But what happens when the lines blur between their fabricated reality and maybe a desire for something deeper, something supernatural? That's where the ghost comes in, right?
Yeah, it's this fascinating collective delusion. They basically invent a ghost together to explain anything weird. Power surges, cold drafts, weird food smells.
It's the ghost's fault.
Exactly. And each character has their own version of the ghost, which interestingly reflects their personal demons.
Like Agent Tattletale's ghost.
For him, it's a murdered private detective. For the Earl of Slander, a has-been child actor. St. Gutfrey imagines an aborted two-headed baby. Countess Forsyte, an old antique stealer. Or sometimes they just say it's the combined work of the group itself.
And why do they need this external monster? Sister Vigilante puts it pretty clearly.
She does. She says civilization always works best when we have a bogeyman to define themselves against. Otherwise, it's just us versus us.
What does that tell us about the need for an enemy?
It really highlights a chilling psychological truth, doesn't it? Without an external enemy, people often turn on each other. Creating a bogeyman gives them a common target, a reason to stick together, maybe, and a way to avoid facing their own actions. It's self-preservation, but, yeah, a perverse kind.
This twisted pursuit of purpose and connection just keeps going. Let's dive into how professions get completely perverted in this world. Talk about Angelique, formerly Lentil, using reflexology for assassination.
Right. It's an incredibly dark twist on a healing art. Angelique and her partner use four-handed foot manipulation, but not to heal,
To kill.
to induce natural-looking deaths. For clients like a media mogul, a rock star, their job, as the text puts it, is to make a paid hit look like natural causes.
Lucrative, I imagine.
Highly lucrative. Tax-free, apparently, with this guy Lenny acting as the Russian mafia boss. It's just the ultimate subversion of trust, this bizarre, specialized murder.
Then there's Chef Assassin's product placement. He's writing to a knife company.
Yeah, writing letters detailing how he uses their cutting block knives to kill food critics who nitpick his cooking.
Seriously.
He frames the murders as his plan B to make sure his life isn't wasted. He's hoping for a negative endorsement to make his name famous.
What does that say about wanting recognition? Even infamy?
It speaks to this desperate, almost pathetic desire for notoriety, doesn't it? He'd rather be famous for murder than unknown for cooking. It feels like a disturbing reflection of our obsession with brand and going viral, where even bad attention is better than none.
An Agent Tattletale? His private investigation becomes a stockumentary.
Yeah, it completely morphs. He stalks this guy, Eugene Denton, who's faking being an invalid, but he intentionally lets himself be found, even attacked,
On Earth?
to capture it all on tape. This stockumentary, revealing the subject's life, the murder of someone named Louis Lee Orleans. It's another example of how far people will go for content.
Blurring detective work and performance art.
Totally. It's all about crafting that compelling narrative, even if it means getting hurt. It's the ultimate reality show, where the happy ending isn't justice, it's just getting the story captured and shared.
This feels like it connects to that broader theme, the commodification of human life, of
Yeah.
suffering. Lady Baglady's story about the commuting homeless.
Ah, yes. Rich people slumming for kicks.
Experiencing poverty sorbet.
That's the phrase, experiencing poverty sorbet so they can better enjoy their real life. They dress up like crippled and crazy people to achieve insanity as the new sanity.
What does that reveal? About privilege, maybe? And the search for authenticity.
Well, it's a pretty biting satire on the boredom of extreme privilege, isn't it? And the lengths people go to just feel something feel alive. When all your basic needs are met, maybe you seek meaning in manufactured extremes, turning hardship into, like, a recreational activity.
Suffering is a novelty.
Yeah, a temporary escape from a life that's maybe too comfortable to feel real.
And then there's the missing links Bigfoot gene theory, narrated by Mandy, somebody in her dissertation.
Right. It's this genetic theory linking mythological hairy giants, werewolves, Bigfoot, cynocephaly, those ancient dog-headed people.
Cross cultures.
Cross cultures, yeah. But the terrifying part is the implication when a 13-year-old Shula girl supposedly transforms on a plane. It leads to this proposal for ethnic cleansing, for concentration camps, for anyone with the gene.
And Mandy frames this as a civil rights battle.
Yeah, she frames it as a civil rights battle because she's desperate to be right and get famous on the Today Show.
What's the commentary there?
It's just chilling. How fear, plus the desire for scientific validation or just fame, can lead to these monstrous conclusions. Mandy twists civil rights into a justification for extermination, basically. It really highlights that human tendency to categorize, fear, and ultimately want to eliminate anything perceived as a monster, even if the monster is based on, pseudoscience.
And finally, Mr. Whittier's own last story, narrated by Eve, Emigration as Mass Death.
Yeah, this is bleak. A government plan to basically eradicate humanity from Earth
Wow.
by encouraging mass death, but framing it as emigration to Venus. To prevent reincarnation, apparently, and let all souls go to this party lifestyle on Venus. The slogan is literally, death is the new life.
How is this enforced?
By these brutal emigration assistance squads with clean white machine guns, specifically targeting non-compliant females. It's this horrific satire on the human drive to control everything, even death, to achieve some utopian vision no matter the human cost.
And the irony.
The ultimate irony is Larry and Jessica, a couple. They rebel by trying to stay alive, but they get killed anyway by Jessica's own parents, who are totally bought into the emigration plan. In this world, life itself becomes the eternal, perpetual trap.
Wow. What a journey through the truly warped world of Haunted. We've seen how chasing a compelling narrative can drive people to just unimaginable acts.
Absolutely, blurring those lines between creation and destruction.
It's striking how the novel uses these just extreme scenarios to reflect on our own world, where truth is often, a carefully curated performance.
Mm-hmm. And suffering can be both a path to, well, perceived enlightenment and a surprisingly marketable commodity.
From self-mutilation for fame.
To mass emigration for a supposedly better afterlife. The characters just constantly redefine what it means to be human in this desperate quest for meaning, for attention.
So what does this all mean for you listening? Consider how much of your own reality is a story you tell yourself, or maybe one that's being told about you.
Yeah, how do you define your truth in a world that's just saturated with carefully constructed narratives?
And maybe ask yourself, what lengths would you go to make sure your story is heard, remembered, valued?
And here's a final thought to chew on. If in this world having nothing to lose is the new wealth and a society couple goes slumming for kicks, then how much suffering do we subconsciously invite or maybe even create in our own lives just to make our personal narrative worth selling?